Artie and I met Janie for breakfast Monday morning. The dining hall was packed. Students, both in and out of uniform, milled about, while porters scurried to keep up. It was strange. There was only one topic of conversation: Pearl Harbor, and what it might mean for the nation and for each of us. The place felt alive, unlike any morning I could remember, but conversations remained quiet, just above whispers, as though the treachery or tragedy of the event demanded reverence. All the whispers and low murmurs bounding off the wooden walls gave the place an eerie, electric feeling that made my skin crawl. Reading my mind, Janie said,
"This place feels like a tomb. Nobody wants to be heard over the screams of the dead."
"Not sure I'd put it quite that way," Artie said with a raised brow. "But I get what you're saying. I can't tell if people are more angry, sad, or afraid of what's next. We're at war. That's what's next." I took a sip of tea and stared into my plate, my appetite suddenly gone. Artie started to say something else, but was cut off by a freckled student with flaming hair and wild eyes. "Everybody listen up!" Another student followed the boy into the hall, carrying a large radio.
"This can't be good,"
Janie muttered. "President Roosevelt is addressing a joint session of Congress today," the redhead bellowed. "Midday classes are canceled, and the administration asks everyone to gather in their dining hall to listen." The boys set up the radio on a table near the door, then hurried out, leaving a speechless mass staring at each other over their breakfasts. Like the tickling drops of a spring rain, words began to drip, then fall, then pour. What had been quiet, restless chatter was now a cacophony of agitation. I could barely hear myself think.
"It's all moving so fast,"
Janie said to no one in particular. Artie cocked his head. "Only if you forget what happened in the 30s. Everything's been building to this point. We just didn't want to believe it, or see it. America is brilliant at turning a blind eye when it suits her."
"That's unfair,"
Janie protested. Artie crossed his arms and sat back. "Is it? London has been bombed into the 19th century, yet here we sit, sipping tea in Harvard's hallowed halls."